Hey there, Scorpios. This is Esoteric Tales and Tarot. This is going to be your crystal ball scrying and tarot card reading for the month of September or whenever you find this reading. I have spent some time meditating with my Stargate Oracle deck, which is a beautiful deck that I have that you can't buy anymore, with wonderful artwork by a woman named Janice. The card that we got was All is in Divine Order, elevating the consciousness, bringing positive change. It'd be good if you could pause at some point and have a look at this artwork. She has a lot of detail in here and see whether there's further meaning for you. This reminds me of the artwork of Hilma af Klint, who is a Swedish born artist who used to work with in seance with other women and came up with some artwork for she said it was ahead of her time for the future. A really interesting artist if you wanted to look that up. It also reminds me of the pyramid of money. I feel like we're going to have money coming to us. There's opportunities now, growth. I feel like there could be a connection to Egypt. I'm also seeing stars, making a wish, going out stargazing, looking at constellations or having a connection with the other planes and other worlds. So all of those kinds of things coming through. The crystal ball, when I was scrying with the crystal, we were getting the opposite sort of feeling to me of this one of coming out and having money. In fact, there's attention shining on us and we're still wanting to be in a bit of a hermit mode. We're kind of going within like we do as Scorpios. I was seeing it like snow. There could be a connection that you're at the snow or going towards the snow, but it was a snowy scene that I was seeing where you can hide underneath. And it was really funny because the comment that I got, which isn't a funny one, but it was to catch a killer or it was like we were hiding away, Scorpio. Gosh, I hope that that's not, but maybe there are people, Scorpios are quite good detectives and want to snoop and find things. So maybe that's what that reference is for, that to catch a killer type theming that I was having there. I'm also going to pick out a romance oracle card from the Doreen Virtue deck for us for romance and love. So I'm trying a couple of different ways, whichever I'm guided to do things. Interesting, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. I'm getting that there has been not good choices if you're single that have been presenting themselves. There have been red flags. Don't ignore them and just take that person on. Believe what they're saying when they're telling you these things. So this is the obstacle that we have in the present moment to good romantic connections. There could be also some details that a partner might not be being so transparent about, let's put it that way. And Scorpios can sense that. That could be why I'm seeing the white snow as well. Scorpios feel uncomfortable when we sense that there's an energy shift or anything has changed. So just be careful. I'm looking here and seeing this angelic sort of figure here, illuminating something, reminding you that if someone's telling you something, maybe they're confessing to something, make sure that you're asking them maybe several times whether that's everything that you need to know. I'm getting that in a sense that if you've had a breakup and somebody returns back around and they're saying to you, oh, this is what happened at that time, make sure that you're asking several questions. I'm not sure whether they told you everything. Pay attention to the red flags as coming out here. I am getting a sense of going within, focusing on your money, which is good for you at the moment. Look, romance is not really coming through for me. I'm feeling like last month I felt like there was new energy or new attention. I think you need to pour the attention into yourselves. Even if you're in a stable relationship, spend some time in the month of September before we come into Scorpio season, really pouring into your own cup, Scorpio, not over giving, putting in boundaries so that you can have time for yourself, making sure that you're really doing that, because I'm getting funny energy off that card. It's not one of my favorites to see out of the romance angel. I feel like people are stupidly trying to hide things from you, Scorpio. It doesn't work with Scorpios. because we know, we already sense it anyway. You can't hide anything from Scorpios. If you do, we have a bad feeling about it anyway, and it eventually comes out. We let you lie to our faces, but eventually it's no point, really. That's what I would say. I've also grabbed a Fairy Tale Oracle from the Lucy Cavendish deck. I've just done an unboxing on this one, which I'll be uploading. It's a beautiful new deck that I've been using. It's so funny. This reminds me of the season we're coming into for near our birthdays, which is going to be Halloween by seeing the pumpkin here. But we've got Cinderella, card number 9, and Magic. So I'll be reading about this one a little bit from the Oracle card booklet for the Fairy Tale Oracle. I'm just going to grab a few of our tarot cards from the Vice Versa tarot deck now, just to see what is coming in for us, further messages from what we were getting. Specifically, Scorpios, with relationships, I just feel like it's not the right time. New things, there might be something deceptive. It's funny, these cards are coming in reverse as well. So let's see. But romance, I've got a funny feeling about. That's enough. Let's see, bottom of the deck. Okay, we've got the 6 of Pentacles. So again, this is the right way up, but it's also that somebody's looking down on something from a different perspective is the way that I'm seeing this. And it's somebody in the background who's realizing something wasn't fair towards you, is how my guides are saying it. But they're withholding and not doing anything about it at the moment. So it's like everybody's aware that something is owed to Scorpio now, but or perhaps you're cross-watching, but it has not been paid back, or something is not right. So it's going to have to be even out. And I think this person's looking down on it thinking, oh, how am I going to make that even? How am I going to share this around fairly? I sort of feel like it's, I've been kind of caught where I am, and I need to start playing more fairly. We've got the 3 of Wands here as well. I'm going to say what I'm getting for this one, with people who have got worries about third party and about pay attention to the red flags, things not coming out evenly. There could have been somebody else in the energy if you were in a relationship. That's why I was drawing on it. Perhaps there's some Scorpios listening in where there was a third party coming in. If you were feeling like it, I would say whether the person acted on it or not, I'm not getting that yet, but there was another energy interfering. There's also options of moving forward now for you as well. You're holding on to this rod, which looks like it's illuminated spiritually and like you're going to head on a better path, more forward. This is fiery energy. We've got earth energy here. You now have the Empress, but she's coming up in reverse. Again, this is that you have been withheld or paused from having the right things that you are. Maybe you're just at the prefaces, you're just about to start a business. You're just on the edge of starting to launch something. If there's been pregnancies or births, they might have been difficult to have happen. That's how it's coming through. Like maybe you've been unable to fall pregnant if that's something that you've wanted to do. That energy is sort of paused and stagnant at the moment, which is why you need to pour more back into yourself. I'm hearing how self-love here. There's a big eagle up here, like a bird of prey and there's a skull in the bottom here, which is reminding me of the Scorpio card. So death and rebirth coming through now. So you're waiting on the cycle to change and on the fresh growth. Down here it's springtime now, coming in with new growth and flowers coming in. So that could be relevant to that. Now that spring's coming, this energy could change. But I do feel that somebody has tried to pull the wool over a Scorpio that's and tried to do something behind their back. That is exactly what is coming out for me. And look, let's just continue with what I'm getting, because we've got the pair here, the King and Queen. She's in reverse of swords. So it's a pairing, but again, her back is turned. I feel like this King is coming back in. And remember, roles and genders can be reversed, but coming back in like a magician, trying to weave a bit of magic here and tell a new tale and sort of say, oh, you know, this is, if you thought that, you got it wrong, or, you know, I really wasn't doing anything behind your back, but this Empress, this queen knows, and there's too many women to men, like the king and the Empress and a queen here. I think that we've got somebody trying to pull the wool by using trickiness in this way, the magician. The only thing that you need to look out for is people need to start telling the truth now about it. And the clock is ticking here for this. I feel like you are heading towards new energy. You're paying attention to the red flags. You don't want this anymore. It's dragging your frequency and energy down. So whoever's being a trickster, if it's in a workplace as well, someone saying something behind your back or doing something behind your back, you've kind of had enough of it, Scorpio. You don't want to know about it. I'm going to have a look at the Cinderella card here that we've got. So looking at this one and seeing what it's related to. So Cinderella magic, these cards are an enchanted oracle from, they're from stories, obviously fairy tales. So we've got the Cinderella one with magic. And again, that reminds me of the magician. And looks a bit like this. Pay attention to the red flaggy things going on here too. So, now go to the ball, said the fairy godmother, but be sure to leave before midnight. At the last stroke of midnight, the coach will be a pumpkin again, the horses will become mice, the coachman rats, and the footmen will be frogs. And she added, your gown will turn back into rags. So, I won't read the whole message in this one. Well, actually, no, I will for Scorpios. Why not? In this beautiful image, Cinderella is within midnight, the moment of transformation itself. It's quite interesting because that is like the death card. At midnight, she has returned from her momentary glimpse into another world, a world that has been denied to her for so long. And she is the only person who knows how she got to transcend class and family boundaries and experience the one night that will come to change her life. But in this image, she knows that the time to return to what has been her reality and to wait for the truth to emerge has come. This is all to do with this. Perhaps the person tried to replace you, thinking that you know, they were going to do better. Grass is greener. I don't think so. Yes. So she's been denied it so long, and but in this image, she knows that the time to return to what has been her reality and to wait for the truth to emerge has come. She holds forth the timepiece, the fob watch. Remember I said time was what time was relevant, the clock's ticking, which marks the moment when the world changes. In this gesture, she reminds you that you too have the ability to move between worlds. Certainly Scorpios do. They do a lot of astral traveling and to experience worlds that have seemed forbidden to you. You have seen how the other half lives, and nothing can take away from you the experience you have had. But the hour to return is upon you too. There is a time for glamour and mystique and great magic, and there is a time to return to the mundane. But you know now that there is hope, because this is not the end of this story for the girl who spent her time in the ashes of the fireplace, in the cold and the filth. There will soon be a knock at the door for you, and there will be for her. And the proof will be there that it is your time to step out of the shadows and away from the cruelty and become the central point in a life that is better than you have dared dream of. And no matter how many people attempt to oust you, no one can take your place, for this is fate. And this is your destiny. This card also speaks to you of the sacred times that are magical and hold transformative qualities. When you make your wishes at those sacred times, change will come, just as it does for Cinderella. The meanings in this card, the short meanings are: choose your time wisely, keep to within the instructions, trust the outcome will be good, rebirth, one life ends, another begins. Phoenix arising from the ashes, enchantment, magic is at work, transparency, be clear and true. The right person for you is coming. And this story of Cinderella is, of course, one of the Brothers Grimm. So things that are really relevant there for what we've looked at already is the trust that the outcome will be good, paying attention to the red flags and keeping to within the instructions, the phoenix arising from the ashes, the transparency as well coming through. So listen, it's coming, the information that you need. I feel there's fresh energy coming in. Hopefully the truth comes to you, Scorpio, so you can make clear judgment without you having to snoop and look for it. It'd be better if you're just told what's what in a workplace or in a relationship, so that you can quickly move forward. I really feel I've had itchy palms for Scorpios. You're about to change and do something big. Maybe you do need to relocate and go somewhere where it's more abundant and head away from this energy. Perhaps you've just been overgiving, Scorpio, and you're done. You know, your TikTok, the times happen, and you've sort of waited around for people to do the right thing. I think there's been, in the past, I was getting that combative kind of energy for you. I feel like you're at a point where even the people here, they can't continue. Yeah, here's the battle energy underneath, and here's the devil in reverse from behind. There's the fool underneath for the new fresh energy. And yeah, we've got our Ace of Pentacles being denied us, and the King of Pentacles as well. You know, you're ready to leave the energy and go. You've had enough. You've seen enough and you know enough. Your intuition's firing off. You deserve more and you know it. It's unfair, and you're going to collect. Scorpios are going to collect, whether it's emotionally or compensation financially. You know, you're moving forward. You're going to say, look, it's not fair. This is owed to me. You've been emotionally withholding from me and being a miser with emotions. So something doesn't feel right and you're looking for it. I feel like this one in reverse, you can have a nasty tongue if somebody tries to pull the wool over your eyes and doesn't tell the truth. I think you're going to give them a serve in the nicest, sweetest way, Scorpio, but just be careful to not lower your vibration if you need to tell somebody what they deserve to hear for how they've treated you. So just be really careful with the energy, Scorpio, but sometimes you do need to have that sword ready and put the boundary in. This is also reminding me of your own wishes coming from the stars as well. So look to the heavens, ask for help, ask for guidance. Make sure that you're speaking up if things are unfair, you're not being paid well, you deserve more, or somebody's being unfair with you in a relationship and it's not even. It needs to be even. A partnership is half, it's a pair. You work together. And if one's earning more financially, the other one might be providing more emotional support. You know, it has a way of evening out. If it's just tipped to the other way, cut it off. It's just got to be even for you, Scorpio, for your energy, for your vibration to be high. I hope this has been of help to you. Scorpio's numbers could be 6, 3s. I'm hearing 11, 1, 10, 9, and 99 I'm getting, and 32. So there's your numbers. Hope you have a wonderful September. And we're heading into next month as the start of some Scorpios' birthdays as well. Gosh, the year is flying by. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please subscribe to my channel. Please like my videos, give them the thumbs up and comment on the videos. It helps the channel grow and I'd love your support. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll catch up with you soon. Bye.